Blessed are those who awaken to the signs, who hear the whispers of prophecy and prepare their hearts. But the question is, are you seeing the signs around you? Because prophecy isn't coming, it's already unfolding. For the hour of fulfillment is near. History itself is shifting, and the pages of Scripture are coming alive before our eyes. Every generation has watched the world unfold, but our generation will witness prophecy fulfilled. The signs are not random. Each event is a thread woven into God's divine timeline, like the rebirth of Israel, which we'll explore in detail, a story written long before history began. To understand what's coming, we must look at what has already begun. Let's start where prophecy first took root in our modern world. 1. The rebirth of a nation. It began with a sign most of the world dismissed, the rebirth of Israel. Ezekiel saw it in the valley of dry bones. Isaiah cried out, "Can a nation be born in a day?" Centuries passed, and in 1948, prophecy became reality. People scattered across continents returned to their homeland. A language thought dead came alive again. Israel, the heartbeat of prophecy, started ticking once more. This was no political accident. It was a heavenly announcement. The countdown to the return of the King had begun. 2. The explosion of knowledge. Daniel 12.4 spoke of a time when knowledge shall increase. For thousands of years, progress crawled. Then suddenly, an explosion. Electricity, satellites, artificial intelligence, global networks, quantum data. We created machines that think faster than minds, but hearts grew colder toward God. The world has never known so much information, and yet so little wisdom. Technology expands, but truth erodes. And this paradox, Daniel said, would mark the time of the end. 3. Wars and rumors of wars. Jesus warned us plainly, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars." And here we are, nations trembling, alliances collapsing, nuclear shadows stretching across the earth. These are not random conflicts, they are birth pangs. A world at war is a world preparing for the coming of Christ. Every explosion, every broken treaty, every rising tension. It's the groan of a planet longing for redemption. 4. Earth in travail. Famines, pestilences, earthquakes. Once isolated tragedies, now global headlines. Creation itself is crying out. From shifting climates to strange diseases, from barren harvests to raging seas, the planet is convulsing like a woman in labor. The birth pains have begun. The world is not ending. It's groaning toward rebirth. 5. The falling away. Paul warned of this. In the latter times, some shall depart from the faith. And now we see it. Truth has become offensive. Holiness is mocked, and the church trades conviction for comfort. False prophets preach self over surrender. The cross is replaced by charisma, and many no longer want the God of the Bible. They want a God that agrees with them. This is not progress, it is apostasy, and it fulfills prophecy. 6. The rise of global power. Daniel foresaw a final empire that would devour the whole earth. For the first time in history, global systems are merging: politics, finance, and digital surveillance. One language of data, one marketplace, one power structure. Revelation 13 describes it perfectly: a beast rising, ruling over every tribe and nation. What we call innovation may be preparation. Every convenience we embrace could become a chain we cannot break. 7. The man of sin. Then comes the prophecy that chills every heart. The rise of the Antichrist. Paul called him the man of lawlessness, a deceiver who will exalt himself above God. He will speak peace, but wage war against heaven. He will unite the world, but divide the soul of man. He will appear as the solution, but he will be the serpent's final deception. 8. The mark of control, Revelation 13:16-17 speaks of a mark without which no one can buy or sell. For centuries it sounded impossible. Now, it sounds like a policy: biometric scans, digital IDs, microchip commerce, AI-tracked transactions. Each step justified by safety, each innovation drawing us closer to a world where faith becomes rebellion. Freedom fades slowly, until you no longer notice it's gone. 9. The persecution of the faithful. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, Jesus said, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. We used to read that as distant prophecy. Now it's modern news. Christians silenced online. Believers fired for truth. Scripture labeled hate speech. The war against faith has gone digital, and the silence of many has become its greatest ally. But make no mistake, every time darkness tries to erase the light shines brighter. 10. The false church revelation. 17 shows a woman clothed in luxury, drunk with the blood of the saints, a symbol of religion without righteousness, of faith without the Father. This counterfeit church will promise unity, but deny truth. It will gather all beliefs under one banner, except the cross, and in the name of tolerance, it will silence the gospel. What begins as global harmony ends as global heresy. 11. The Temple of Jerusalem. From the beginning, God's eyes have been on one place, Jerusalem. Prophecy declares that the temple will be rebuilt and the Antichrist will defile it. Already, preparations are underway. Priests trained, vessels crafted, prophecies rehearsed. Every headline in Jerusalem echoes eternity. While nations play politics, heaven writes prophecy. 12. The Covenant of Peace. Daniel speaks of a ruler who will make a covenant with many for 7 years, a fragile peace that will trigger tribulation. The world will applaud the treaty, but heaven will see the trap. When they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes. Thessalonians 5:3. Peace built on deception cannot last, and what man signs in ink, God will expose in fire. 13. The abomination of desolation. Halfway through that covenant, the Antichrist will betray his promise, enter the temple, and declare himself divine. The world will bow, except those sealed by God. This act will ignite the final storm of prophecy, the Great Tribulation itself. It will be the darkest hour before the dawn of Christ's return. Man's rebellion will reach its peak, and then end at the feet of the returning king. 14. Babylon's rise and fall. Revelation 18 shows the final picture. A city of wealth and arrogance, Babylon reborn. It represents the marriage of money, lust, and power. It dazzles the world with luxury while decaying from within. But in 1 hour, her empire will fall. God's judgment will strip her of every idol she built, and the world will weep, not for souls lost, but for prophets gone. The hope beyond the prophecies. Yet, here lies the greatest truth of all. Prophecy doesn't exist to terrify the believer. It exists to prepare us. Jesus said, "When these things begin to happen, lift up your heads, for your redemption draws near." Luke 21:28. So lift your head. Don't fear the future. Anchor your soul in the one who holds it. Every sign points not to doom, but to the return of the King. The same Christ who walked out of the tomb will soon step out of heaven. The same hands that bore nails will soon bear a crown. And when he comes, every prophecy will turn into praise. Now is not the time to sleep. It's time to stand, to read the word with new eyes, to live holy in an unholy world, to be light in the gathering darkness. You were born for this generation, for this very hour. The prophets saw it. The scriptures spoke it. Now you are living it. Stay awake. Stay ready. Stay faithful. For soon, the trumpet will sound, and the prophecy will become reality. Follow for more powerful truth, and share with someone who needs to hear this. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel.